So I spent 15 years in the corporate world, and it's apparent to me looking back that we're told some pretty dangerous lies about what work should mean to us, what it should be. And no, it's not some scheming, calculated, all powerful being that's embedding these lies in our head. No, it's just the worldviews and norms that you soak up over time being inside corporate environments. So I want to do something about that. That's the point of the episode today, to shed light on these, what I call 7 brutal lies that you're told about work. And I bring it up because it's brutally impactful to you if you don't understand them and do something about it. Sound good? All right. Before we get into it, I just want to ask you this little question. Do you ever feel like work is dominating your life? Like you dread getting out of bed on Monday morning? I know I've been there. It sucks. But rather than whine about it, I suggest you take some action. Go buy back that precious time of yours while succeeding at work, and do it on your terms. I've got something that can help you. Check out my complimentary guide. I call it Creating Time Freedom at Work. You can download the guide over at timefreedom.live. That's timefreedom.live. All right, on to the show.
Growing up, society taught you to follow the script by choosing a career path and climbing the ladder. But for many people, this promise falls flat. Work suffocates them and life becomes painful. Here, you're trapped in what I call the corporate cage. Fortunately, there's a way out. You can take control of your corporate job and unlock a life of freedom. I call this living uncaged. Hi, this is your host, Matt Doan. I'm a coach, creator, and entrepreneur. Uncaging people is my mission because it's been my exact life journey. This show provides you the stories, principles, and tactics to make it happen. Welcome to Uncage Yourself.
Realize that you and we've been conditioned in pretty much every aspect of life. Unlearning your fixed beliefs is pretty much one of the most essential life skills you can actually build. So in today's episode, let's spotlight those lies you've been told about the corporate life. All right, let's get right to it. Number 1, your role is defined for you. See, the default behavior is that you show up to a job or you get promoted into a new role and your job description is pretty much gospel. And you just sit there and you wait to be told what to do. That's how most people operate. Over time, if you do this, people bit by bit will start to exploit you. They'll ask you to do things, and it's not malicious, but they'll take advantage of your time. And you start losing control rather quickly. Before you know it, you're signed up for all these robotic tasks and life-sucking meetings, and it just dominates your daily existence. So what do? You bolt for the next job. You take a lateral move to another company, but you show up the same way. It doesn't work. It does not work. You hope for better, but you showed up the same way. You did not actually assert yourself. That's the point. You have to exert your agency. You have control. So the idea here is shape your responsibilities and how you spend your time. You know executives do it. You know the heroes you have in your life, whether they're kick-ass entrepreneurs or friends of yours that are just doing really well. They take control of their role wherever they are, whatever type of organization they're working in. So that's number 1. Your role is defined for you. Let's not deal with that. Hey there, one quick note. If you resonate with the content of this show, I'd love to go deeper with you to truly help you transform and uncage yourself. I help people through my Uncaged coaching program. It helps you get control of your 9-to-5 and create tangible forms of freedom in your life. Time freedom, financial freedom, and more. You'll find a link for my coaching services over at matthewdoan.com. Now, back to the episode. Number 2, you have to just deal with people more senior than you. Oh, I hate this lie. It's insane to think that you need to just conform to the nonsensical behaviors of executives. Think of them, they fly by every other stand up meeting and they crop dust your work and they just tell you what they really think and then they don't come by for another week. It's crazy. You spend endless hours just guessing and conforming to these erratic tendencies. You don't have any control over it. So the idea is this: you need to talk to them, you need to talk to others around them, develop an understanding of their values, the incentives that drive their behavior, like what's promotable in their world, and then the pains that guide them. If you get to know what they're all about, what makes them tick, you can anticipate this more. And this is what you could call managing up, right? You make their life easier, and in turn, it improves yours. So stop just reacting to how executives just come in and take over the whole situation. Get proactive with it. Buy yourself some leash. Hell, even in the process, you might earn a salary or a title bump along the way. All right. Number 3, a great salary unlocks your freedom. That's a terrible lie. Let's tear this one apart. Especially in a potential recession, which in 2022 we're all thinking of, a single source income, even if it's really great, a single source income is damn risky. I don't care how accomplished or skilled you are, you need to diversify. Make more money in different places. I love Tim Denning on LinkedIn. He talks about this all the time, stacking your income streams, thinking through what are the diverse ways that I can use my skills and tap into my interests, whether it's coaching, consulting, building digital products. There's lots of ways that you can earn more income. And as you do that, you're going to build new skills and interests, and you're going to open up opportunities and pathways for yourself that you would never explore if you just continue to stay focused on that single stream income. So a lot of people say entrepreneurship's not for me. Well, in a small scale, it should be. You should test that. See what's possible. You've got a lot to offer, okay? Just think, if you don't do this, all the money, the opportunities and freedom you're leaving on the table if you just continue to blindly fixate on a corporate salary. Think through that. So no, a great salary does not unlock your freedom, especially in 2022 and going forward. 4th lie: you can't publish outside of corporate walls. And I'm talking about putting your writing, thinking, ideas out in the world. Looking back over my career, I can't tell you how many times I wrote something like a corporate white paper, and executives before publication, their names would replace mine. It was really damn frustrating. I'll tell you, before I quit corporate, I stopped writing 3 years before I quit corporate. I stopped doing white papers, anything corporate. It just made me so frustrated. It took me almost a decade as I was in the corporate system to realize that I could ship content to the world under my own name without even asking permission. Any limitations you have on this are purely in your head. Realize this: you have a personal brand, whether you like it or not. Are you going to keep it small and hidden within your organization? Or are you going to bring it to the outside world? Open some doors, test your thinking, test your abilities, mix it up with other people. When you ship in public, when you put ideas, whether it's sketches, videos, recordings, writing, whatever it is, you're going to push yourself to be better and maximize what you're capable of. And lots of doors will open. So if you've got this narrative in your head which says, my company won't allow me, test that, push it, let them know, and then get on with it. Pick a platform: LinkedIn, Medium, Twitter. Start flexing those creative muscles. As some of my friends in the creator space say, is step into the creator gym. It's where your greatest opportunity lies. So realize this: you can publish outside of corporate walls. Don't let your job constrain what you're doing creatively, okay? Number 5. This lie says you're not allowed to monetize your skills outside the job. That's BS. Now, I'm not giving you legal advice, but you might sign an employer agreement which says thou shalt not do outside work, blah, blah, blah. And it's got a lot of details in it. But in reality, if you look at these, or if you have a lawyer look at them, they don't have much teeth. They're meant to scare you and keep you focused within the 4 walls of the corporate organization to fixate all your time and energy there. If you read them carefully, though, even some of the high-level ones, you'll see that you've got plenty of room to earn money outside of your 9 to 5. Again, if you adopt this false narrative of, I can't start a business or earn side income, That's bullshit. You are just creating this narrative and living by it and constraining yourself. It's much easier than you think. Yeah, you might have to abide by a few rules, not sell directly to some of your current customers or whatever, but you can do a lot. Push the edges, see what you're capable of. Boatloads of people are just waiting to soak up your unique mix of experiences, skills, and worldviews. And the reality is, you just got to be 2 steps or so ahead of these people. You don't need to be light years ahead. There are so many people, hundreds of thousands probably, that would love to learn from you. The question is, will you boldly put yourself out into the world and figure that out? We're in the midst of the creator economy. Go take advantage. Sixth lie is that you need to operate on, quote, company time. This is one of the world's most dangerous and pervasive beliefs. It just keeps people locked into this little box. But think about it this way. Outside of rigid manual labor, where you have to physically be somewhere, or call centers, company time, it's not a thing. It no longer is. You're not in offices like you were before. It's a mythic idea that's just being subscribed to by too many people. As I've said before, and I'll link to this in the show notes, I talk a lot about outcomes over hours. When you fixate on the core outcomes that are most high value for your team and organization and most impactful for your promotion path and prosperity within that role, fixate on those outcomes. You have to delete a lot of the noise. You don't need participation points for showing up for a certain number of hours. You've got to go reclaim your time and use it to your advantage, okay? So dispense with this idea of company time. It's old school, it's BS, and it's limiting. It's restricting your potential and what you can be, what you can earn, relationships you can build. So don't subscribe to it. Last point. Number 7. This last lie is the idea that you are special. No, you're not. We hear this behind closed doors, say you're a high performer, high achiever, and at the end of your performance review, you get this, wow, so-and-so, you're unbelievable. You're a special snowflake around here. You're doing so well. You're not that special. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, many people are going to learn this too as the potential recession hits. People get laid off. Organizations have to do things for the bottom line, whatever the mission is. They have to take really difficult decisions. And in the meantime, if you're thinking you're special and you're acting like you're just protected and nothing bad can happen to you, a lot of people get their legs taken out from underneath them. Don't let this be you. Don't think that your job is safe. Okay? You've got to find ways to establish yourself in a diversified way. We talked about opening up more income streams, putting yourself out there into the world with new content, shaping people's views of you out in the world as one of one. You are very unique. There is no other you in this world. If you can find ways to package up those thoughts, experiences, and skills into your unique way, there's a lot that you can do with that. You can prosper in any context. Doesn't matter what the job is. You can lose it and be on to something else. You can create your own thing, create multiple of your own things. Okay. Realize that you're not special. And once you realize that, use that to your advantage. Go prosper on your own terms so that whatever 9 to 5 you're in, they can't hurt you. Okay. They can't. Make yourself recession proof. You're not special. You know what? Good. Do something with that. Whew. All right. Those are my 7 brutal lies you're told about work. You can feel that I'm a little bit worked up on this stuff because I see it just ruining so many people's daily lives. They could live such a better existence. They've got all this money and potential goodness on paper and opportunity, and yet they live small. They subscribe to these brutal lies, these beliefs that just keep them living small. Let's go live big. That's the idea, right? Go live big. So stare these things down, ask yourself how you might be adopting these lies in your world, and go do something about it. Hang around people that are countering these lies, that are living bigger lives. If you want to talk more, hit me up. I'll go all day on this stuff. You can tell I'm passionate about it because it's real, because it's meaningful. Thanks for the time, everyone. We'll chat soon.
Hey, Matt here. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. For show notes and more content like this, head over to uncageyourself.fm. And if you liked what you heard, I'd appreciate you leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Until next time, be well, my friend.